Dick-loving Dexter has a confession. During lockdown, GRINDR was pretty dire. I was lonely and decided to buy a full-body latex sex doll with a giant slong.
Cool.
It arrived in a box. I took it out of the box, threw the box away, and I never really used the working front or back parts of the doll. I kind of just wanted the feeling of someone laying next to me.
Oh.
Which I get it. Lockdown ended. I met a boy, and when I invited him over for the first time, I panicked because I realized I still had this full-size sex doll in the house. I got a large bread knife and tried to dismember it, but it wasn't really working, so I got a bunch of large garbage bags and duct tape and just wrapped it up.
Well, we've all seen those films, haven't we?
Yeah.
Not the back to the body.
The worst thing about this doll being a body is that it was like a body.
It's a body. A dead body.
I had to drag it down the hallway and put it into the garbage chute. And halfway there's this old guy who lives on my floor and he sees me and he sees what I'm holding. We both stop and we both look at each other. Question, what's worse? Having a human-sized sex doll or a guy thinking I've murdered someone and dumping a real body? What's less embarrassing?
I actually don't know. No, definitely the dead body, obviously.
Is worse?
Yes. Because a sex doll is so normal. People enjoy sex and that's fine. But the dead body, that's not. And do you say something or are you like, I'll be next victim?
That's what I mean.
You can't, if you saw someone dumping a body, right, and you see them and you go, you're dumping a body, you go, I'm going to actually mind my own fucking business. You don't then say something and go, yard trimmings or all good?
What the guy says is more concerning than what could possibly be happening. The guy goes, life, huh? And just walked off. How many people has that guy killed? You know what I mean? He's like, oh, we all been there. Have we?
COVID, what a time. What a time. Oh, my God. That is just the most horrifying way that could have gone.
Yeah, and it's suddenly the guy with the body isn't the bad guy in this story. You know?
Imagine not being the worst person in the bin room at that time. Imagine.
Mate, I'm not even top 3. Look at these psychos over here.
This guy dumping an actual body.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, it's a sex doll. And the other guys are like, oh, yeah, me too. Just a sex doll.
Oh. Do you remember that trend that went viral a few years ago of sitting in the garbage bag and vacuuming it up?
Yes.
So I was working on Jason PJ, the radio show that I used to work on. I was working there at the time, and I was out and about doing a stunt in the morning, and they were like, "Oh, on the way back, could you go and grab some garbage bags for? We're going to do that stunt." And I was like,
Great.
"Oh yeah, absolutely, that's fine." And so I go, "Oh, I'll call Bunnings and see if they have them in stock."
Yep.
And just didn't even think about it. I call the Bunnings. The girl goes, "Hi, Bunnings. Fucking Rachel speaking." And I go, "Hey, Rachel, have you guys got bin bags that could fit a body in it?"
What did Rachel say?
And she goes,
what project are you working on?
DIY.
What? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I did DIY.
You know when you got a problem and you just need a DIY?
And I was like, "Oh, sorry, I've just realised what I've said. Nah, it's not I just need to fit a body in it." And she goes, "Yeah."
Didn't sound better the second time.
Yeah, you've said the same thing again. And I was like, "Oh, you know that trend where you put a body in it?" She's like, "We don't have them." And she hung up on me. She's like, "No, I'm not endorsing this." So Rachel from the Bunny.
Sorry.
Great choice.